Hello, everyone, and welcome. As you are probably already well aware, Jupiter is about to move into the grounded Earth sign of Taurus. And today I have with me a very special guest to discuss this exciting transition, Lisa Schneider, who is a brilliant professional astrologer. She's a graduate of the Cosmic Academy of Astrology, and she's also an educator and course creator. So she actually creates really brilliant short form content about astrology over on her Instagram. So I'll link that down below so you can follow her. Welcome, Lisa, and thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, Heather, thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here after all this time, and it's a pleasure to be with your community today.
Yeah, and I'm super excited to have you. And I'm very excited for the presentation that you've created because I know with your background, it's going to be very thorough and that we're all going to learn a lot, not just about the upcoming transit, but about Jupiter as well, because you've included some nuggets of insight there. But before we get into that, I wanted to just get a little bit of a background on where you're coming from, how you came to astrology, so our audience can get to know you a little bit better.
All right. Okay. So I stumbled on astrology when I was about 14 years old. So that's many, many, many moons ago. And I got my first astrology reading. I'm not quite sure what house system it was done, but I was absolutely fascinated with what I saw and connected with it so well. So that was in, oh, I think that was in the late 80s, early 90s, and there wasn't YouTube or anything like that. So my mother had a book called Sun Signs. I'm not quite sure who was the author, but it was quite a well-known author, and I started digging into that. And then obviously when YouTube came alive and astrologers start to proliferate the internet, I started watching astrology videos voraciously and obviously learning and taking in everything that I could possibly take in. I have taken many different courses in astrology, but by far, Heather, I have to say yours was just so amazing and so beautifully formatted, so detailed, and so easy to navigate. So I thank you for that. You know, you really have instilled amazing astrological knowledge in me and changed my life in many ways for the positive. So thank you. And that's who I am.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing that. And thank you so much for saying such nice things about my course. Obviously, you know, I put a lot into that. So I
Yes,
appreciate
I
it very
know. I
much.
know. Yes.
I think let's just kind of get into the presentation here. But before we do, I actually do want to mention one quick thing. Speaking of the Cosmic Academy of Astrology, if you are interested in learning astrology, but kind of just want to get your toes in the water, we have reopened enrollment for our free beginners astrology bootcamp course. The course begins on June 1st. And so enrollment is open now. It's a 22-day course. We'll go through all of the planets and zodiac signs. And this is a great way to kind of get a taste for astrology, but also to prepare yourself if you are somebody who wants to enroll in the academy by getting that foundational information and knowing it and understanding it really well. So I'll pop that link down below. I'll also pop all of Lisa's links down below. And so let's get into the presentation. So I'm going to make you the host, Lisa, and you can go ahead and share.
All right. Okay, Heather, I don't seem to find my Canva here, but I have found this, which is exactly the same. So are you fine with this?
Beautiful. All right. So Jupiter is about to be moving into the sign of Taurus on the 17th in my time zone. I know you're in South Africa, so it's going to be, I think, a little bit sooner, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct. It's different on everyone, but it just plus minus a day, you know, depending on your time zone.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So what can we expect for Jupiter and Taurus? I'm excited.
Okay, all right. So let's begin. Okay, so Jupiter transit into the sign of Taurus on the 16th of May this year, 2023, and stays an entire year and a bit until the 25th of May, 2024. This is an entire year in the sign. So, what is a transit? In astrology, a transit refers to the movement of the planet across the zodiac and its position in relation to the positions of the other planets at any given moment. I hope that's not too much to digest. In simpler terms, a transit is like a planet taking a walk through the zodiac and potentially interacting with other planets, which can have an impact on the energies and themes that are present in a person's life at that time. So the question is, why should you understand your astrological transit? It's a very, very important question. So astrology transits are important on a personal level because they can give you insight into the energies and potential opportunities and challenges that may be coming into your life at a specific time. By understanding the planetary influences at play, you can make more informed decisions and take actions that align with your goals and desires. Okay, so how do transit affect the astrological houses? So in astrology, when a planet transits a specific house, it is believed to influence the matters relating to that house. Each house in astrology is associated with a specific area of life and represents different aspects of a person's experiences and personality. So, the big question is, what does Jupiter signify astrologically? So, Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and it's known as the great benefic in astrology because it bestows gifts. Jupiter is associated with the sign of Sagittarius, and it is also the traditional ruler of Pisces. Jupiter spends about a year in each zodiac sign, taking around 12 years to complete a full orbit of the zodiac. So Jupiter is associated with luck, abundance, opportunity for growth, and expansion. Jupiter is also associated with higher education, philosophy, and spirituality. Jupiter's placement in the birth chart can indicate the areas of life where a person is most likely to experience growth and success. Jupiter's transit through the zodiac can also bring opportunities for growth and expansions, as well as challenges to overcome. So when Jupiter returns to the same place as it was when you were born, it is known as your Jupiter return. If you have to look back every 12 years to the time Jupiter returned to your birth chart, you'll most probably see that growth happens in a specific area of your life. An interesting fact about Jupiter, it's the 5th planet from the Sun, and is by far the largest planet in our solar system, more than twice as massive as all the other planets combined. Hence its name's the Great Expander. So with every planet and with life in general, there are positives and negatives. So obviously Jupiter does bring mostly positive, but it does expand everything it touches. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through the negative aspects of Jupiter. Even though you may not want to hear them, we're going to go through them anyway, just so you're aware of them. So some of the negatives could be excess behavior, lack of motivation, perhaps greed, arrogance, tendency towards excess, struggle with self-discipline and boundaries, addictive behavior or compulsive tendencies, importance of recognizing challenges and opportunities. So you may not see challenges or opportunities, because Jupiter is ruled by Venus, and perhaps everything is just so fantastic and just don't see the challenges and opportunities. It could also present an over-dogmatic behavior, since Jupiter also rules over higher philosophy. So, Jupiter, as we know, is very old. So what we're going to discuss now is Jupiter in mythology. So the ancient Romans held a profound reverence for Jupiter, who they considered as the equivalent of the Greek god Zeus. And as such, Roman literature and art often assimilate the myths associated with Zeus into the Roman pantheon under the name of Lupitor. And that I didn't know. That I only discovered, obviously, once I started researching.
Yeah, I've actually never heard that, the Lupitor part.
Yeah, how is that? Hey, Lupitor. So, it's amazing. So, in Greco-Roman tradition, Jupiter was regarded the sibling of Neptune and Pluto. Each of these planets was believed to rule over a distinct realm of the universe, with Jupiter reigning over the sky. Again, that's the expansion. Neptune over the waters, like King Neptune, and Pluto over the underworld. This divine triad was an integral part of Roman religious and mythological framework. So here we can see a picture of Jupiter, or maybe Lupitor, we can call him, whatever you please. So we got some keywords of Jupiter, and the keywords are great for understanding and remembering what a planet is all about. So if you want to take out your pen and paper, it's great, and just to understand these. So we've got abundance and expansion and optimism and wisdom and generosity, higher education, travel, luck, faith, and growth. All wonderful stuff. So what does Taurus signify astrologically? So Taurus is considered a fixed earth sign in astrology. The other fixed signs are Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And they're all associated with stability, determination, and resistance to change. As an earth sign, Taurus is associated with practicality, sensuality, and a deep connection to the natural world. The combination of fixed and earth energies can make Taurus reliable, persistent, and focused on achieving their goals. But they can also be stubborn and resistant to new ideas or change. Taurus is ruled by the planet of Venus, and as such, Taurus will display Venusian qualities, such as the love of love, beauty, material possessions, luxury, and all the finer things in life. Okay. So, this is the big question. What happens when Jupiter enters Taurus? So these are some of the indicators you could see. Increased financial abundance. Jupiter in Taurus can bring an increased opportunity for financial growth and prosperity. This could manifest as a pay rise, a new job opportunity, or even a successful investment. You could focus on material comfort. Taurus is a sign that values material comfort and stability. And during this transit, there may be an increased focus on comfortable and stable living environment. This could include purchasing a new home or investing in beautiful home improvements. You could get a stunning big expansion in business. With Jupiter in Taurus, there may be opportunities for expansion and growth in business ventures. This could include launching a new product line, expanding a business, or even forming a new partnership. You could see that you have a newfound appreciation for beauty. So Taurus is a sign that values beauty and aesthetics, and during this transit, there may be an increased appreciation for art, music, and other forms of beautiful creation and expression. So everyone has Taurus in their zodiac chart, and this is dictated by their rising signs. So in the next couple of slides, we will discuss the effect of Jupiter for all the rising signs. We're going to go through the natural order of the zodiac, starting at Aries and ending at Pisces. Are you ready, Heather?
Yeah, I think we're good. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into it. All right, so for Aries rising, this has happened in your second house. So Jupiter transit through the second house is generally considered to be a favorable placement, as it's associated with growth and expansion, and in all matters related to wealth, resource, and personal values. It can bring changes related to your finance, values, and self-worth, and these can be great and profound changes. Additionally, Jupiter's transit through the second house can bring a greater focus on your values and what you find truly important in your life. You may find yourself questioning your current beliefs and seeking out new perspectives that align more closely with your true self. It's a great time to focus on building long-term wealth and investing in yourself and your future. So again, some key words to remember for the second house. So Heather, as we learned in your course, the houses have a myriad of different meanings. So obviously when I do these slides, I can't tell you all the benefits Jupiter have for all the significations because it would go on for hours. But if you remember these key words, you'll know exactly what Jupiter will represent when it comes into the specific house. So we're going to start with the second house, and we're going to say material possessions, self-value, self-worth, money and finances, income and earnings, talent and skills, resources and possessions. These are just a few of the key words for the second house. All right, so now for Taurus rising, and these are the stars of the show. So Jupiter had a beneficial and it's an expansive planet where it transits through the first house. It can bring about significant changes and opportunities for personal growth and development. This transit can bring about a period of personal growth, expansion, and new opportunities. Additionally, Jupiter transit through the first house can signify a time of spiritual growth and self-discovery. You may find that you are drawn to new philosophies or belief systems that align with your personal values, and you may experience a greater sense of connection to the world around you. It's a great time to focus on personal growth and development and to explore new avenues for self-expression and creativity.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
Key
just want to
words
add
for
that.
the first time.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I just want to add
sorry.
that I love that you're incorporating the idea of change in all of
Yes,
your different forecasts, because one of the things that we haven't mentioned is that Uranus is in Taurus, right? And so
that's
Jupiter
right.
joining Uranus is going to create not just this expansiveness and all of these opportunities, but it's going to create opportunities for change that could be disruptive in a positive way versus how people have been experiencing it, especially Taurus people over the past couple of years. So this is going to be a big shift in the energy.
Yeah, exactly. And Heather, what is that exact date? I mean, if you can think offhand, I think it's towards the end of the transit that they meet up, or is it towards the middle of the transit?
It's not until 2024. I don't
Yeah.
have the exact date off the top of my head, but it'll be happening a little bit later on in the transit. So the beginning of
Yeah.
the transit's going to be more of the expansiveness and the opportunity. And then there's going to be this big burst of change that everybody's going to be going through at the start of 2024.
Exactly. So it can almost feel like an explosion with Uranus there in a positive way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. All right. So the key words for the first house, including identity, appearance, self-expression, individuality, physical body, self-awareness, first impression, self-confidence, and even your image. All right, so here we have the mutable twins, Gemini, and this is going to be happening in the 12th house. So Jupiter transiting the 12th house signifies spiritual growth and solitude and introspection, bringing opportunities for growth, expansion, and healing through inner work and a connection to the divine. This transit can bring a greater sense of compassion and empathy. You may find yourself drawn to helping others, volunteering, or engaging in acts of service that bring meaning and purpose to your life. So the 12th house is a very, very spiritual house for Jupiter to be in. It's a great time to focus on self-reflection, meditation, and other spiritual practices that can help you connect with your inner wisdom and intuition. By the end of this transit, you may have a deeper understanding of yourself and a stronger purpose in life. So key words for the 12th house: spirituality, subconscious, isolation, healing, compassion, imagination, retreat, and dreams. Your dream world can be seen through the 12th house. So we're going to get onto Cancer risings. So Jupiter transiting the 11th house signifies social network, friends, aspirations, bringing opportunities for growth, expansion, and fulfillment through community involvement and collective endeavors. This transit can bring around a period of social growth, community involvement, and personal aspirations. Additionally, Jupiter's transit through the 11th can bring about a greater sense of idealism, optimism, and all of that good stuff for the future. You may find yourself setting big goals and working hard to achieve them with a sense of confidence and purpose that propels you forward. Jupiter is so positive. It's a great time to connect with others who share your interests and values and to pursue your dreams and passion with enthusiasm. By the end of this transit, you may have formed new friendship, achieved important milestones, and developed a stronger sense of purpose in life. Key words for the 11th house: social networks, community, friendships, goals and aspirations, hopes and wishes, future plans, collaborations, shared interests and ideals, and social constructs. So for Leo rising, Leo's the king of the jungle. Jupiter in the 10th house signifies career, public image, authority, bringing opportunities for growth, expansion, and recognition through professional success. Additionally, Jupiter transit through the 10th house can bring about a greater sense of confidence and self-assurance with your professional life. You may find yourself taking up new challenges with ease, and your natural leadership abilities may be more and readily recognized and appreciated by others around you. It's a great time to pursue your professional aspiration with determination and drive, and to cultivate positive relationships with those that can help you achieve your goals. By the end of this transit, you may have achieved a greater level of success and recognition in your career, and to be more confident in your abilities to lead and succeed. So key words for the 10th house, which is the most public house out of all the zodiac houses. This is career, ambition, public image, reputation, status, authority, responsibility, achievement, legacy, and success. I personally think that this is like one of the most amazing houses to have a Jupiter transit. So for us Virgo risings, this is going to be in your 9th house. Jupiter transit in the 9th house signifies higher education, philosophy, travel, and this will bring opportunities for growth and expansion and spiritual development through new experiences. It's a great time to pursue higher education, travel to new places, or engage in spiritual practices that align with your personal values. So if there ever was a good time to take up that degree, to do that PhD, to do your master's, to go on that far overseas trip to India or wherever you want to go exotic, this is the time for Virgo risings. It's an amazing time. So the key words of the 9th house: higher education, long-distance travel, religion, spiritual practices, ethics, laws, morality, and belief systems. All right, so for Libra rising, this will be in your 8th house. Jupiter transiting the 8th house signifies transformation, regeneration, and shared resources, bringing opportunities for growth, expansion, and abundance through joint ventures and inheritance. It's a good time to explore your own psychology, address fears or doubts that may be holding you back, and deepen your connections with those who are important to you. By the end of this transit, you may have experienced significant personal growth and transformation, and be better able to navigate the complexities of shared resources and intimacy. Key words for the 8th house, which is one of the most hidden houses and misunderstood houses in the zodiac chart. So maybe these key words will demystify things for you. So the 8th house represents intimacy, transformation, shared resources, death and rebirth, inheritance, taboos, occult, psychological depth, and regeneration. Okay. So for Scorpio rising, Jupiter is going to be in your 7th house. So Jupiter transiting the 7th house signifies partnerships, relationships, diplomacy, bringing opportunities for growth, expansion, and harmony in personal and business relationship. It is important to note that the 7th house is all close relationship, and that includes marriage, business partnerships, and long-term close relationships. It's a great time to focus on building strong relationships and partnerships and to work collaboratively towards your goals. By the end of this transit, you may have developed a deeper and more meaningful relationship and better equipped to navigate the complexities of one-on-one interactions. Key words for the 7th house: partnerships, marriage, one-on-one relationships, contracts and agreements, collaborations, cooperation, and companionship. So for Sagittarius rising, this will be in your 6th house. So Jupiter transiting the 6th house signifies health, work, service, bringing opportunities for growth and expansion and success through in these areas through hard work and dedication. It's a great time to focus and work in service to others and to make positive changes to your daily routines that support your overall health and well-being. By the end of this transit, you may have achieved significant progress in your work and health, and to be more aligned with your sense of purpose and mission in this life related to those areas. Key words of the 6th house: health, routine, daily work, tasks, skills, pets and animals, even diet and nutrition. Okay. So for Capricorn rising, this is another fun transit. And Jupiter is going to be transiting the 5th house, which signifies creativity, self-expression, romance, children, bringing opportunities for joy and fun and personal growth in these areas. It's a great time to focus on your creative passions, explore new forms of self-expression, and even take some time to enjoy romance and love, because dating is seen through the 5th house as well. By the end of this transit, you may have experienced significant personal growth and expanded your horizons and rediscovered your sense of joy and playfulness. Key word for the 5th house, which is such a fun house: creativity, self-expression, romance, playfulness, children, entertainment, speculation, and pleasure. So for Aquarius rising, Jupiter is going to be transiting the 4th house, signifying family, home, emotional well-being, and this will bring opportunities for growth and expansion and harmony in the domestic sphere. It's a great time to focus on your home and family life and to make positive changes that support your emotional well-being and personal growth. By the end of this transit, you will have achieved greater harmony and balance in your personal life, be better aligned with your innermost needs and desires. So, keywords for the 4th house: family, home, ancestry, roots, childhood, inner self, nurturing, emotional security, domestic affairs, real estate, your foundation, and your stability. So last, but definitely not least, we have Pisces, and this is going to be transiting through your 3rd house. So Jupiter transiting the 3rd house signifies communication, learning, and short-distance travel, bringing opportunities for education, networking, and expanding your mental horizons. It can bring about a period of growth and expansion and positive changes in your communication, learning, and daily interactions. You may find it easier to connect with others, to express yourself in a new and perhaps creative ways. This may lead to greater opportunities for success and personal growth. By the end of this transit, you may have achieved greater success in your daily interactions, communications, and to be more confident and optimistic about your future. Keywords of the 3rd house: communication, siblings, education, short-distance travel, neighbors, writing and speaking, intellect, mental capacity, curiosity, and local environment. So there you go. That is Jupiter transiting all the rising signs, and that's what's to be expected. Over to you, Heather.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lisa, for putting together such a beautiful and just easy to understand presentation. I'm sure our audience is going to really appreciate that. And especially I loved how you did an intro where you talked about what Jupiter actually does and Taurus, so they can actually start to put it together in their brains for themselves. Because, I mean, that's important too. Like the act of learning astrology is so empowering, and understanding these things, I think, at least on a basic level, should be required for everyone, in my opinion, as an astrologer.
Agreed, agreed, agreed. So it's all about taking these different energies, different planetary energies and different houses, and assimilating it into something that's meaningful to understand, and you can just take it home and digest. And I hope that what the presentation did for you, and of course your viewers.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else you want to add about Jupiter in Taurus before we sign off?
I'm just really excited for this transit. It's in my fourth house. So, I love my family and I'm excited for all of this. So I think it's fantastic. What are you excited about, Heather?
Well, it's going to be in my seventh house, which is always lovely for, partnerships and all of that. So I'm excited to see what that
Beautiful.
brings for myself and for my husband. Right after it actually moves into Taurus, we're taking a really beautiful trip together. We're going to go to Hawaii for the very first time. So we're doing
Oh,
something really luxurious that we would never normally do. Normally, our trips are just very rugged and adventurous. And I thought that would be a really
stunning.
great way to celebrate Jupiter moving into Taurus. And so, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh, well, I hope you enjoy, and I'm sure Hawaii will be beautiful while we are freezing in South Africa at
Jeez,
that time.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
Different hemispheres.
absolutely. And it's kind of interesting how everything is inverted for you guys. That that must be strange connecting it to the astrology, because obviously the Western astrology was developed in the
It
northern
is,
hemisphere.
but I'm used to it. So I mean, when you were snowing, we had like beautiful summer. So, it just swings and roundabouts. And luckily in South Africa, we only have like 4 or 5 months of winter, and the rest is quite beautiful. We're very lucky here with magnificent weather. So yeah, just a lot to look forward to. And I think that on a whole, what I can say about Jupiter in Taurus is that because Taurus is ruled by Venus, all of these Venusian themes are going to be blowing up, and I always speak about that in my videos. So, Venus is your beauty and love and aesthetics and all the finer things in life. And I think it's going to be a far more pleasurable transit than perhaps, let's say, Venus in Aquarius.
Yeah, absolutely it will. And speaking of your videos, where can everyone find you if they want to book a reading or learn more about your work?
Okay, well, you can find me on Grand Trine Astrology on Instagram, and I'm sure you'll link me below. And in my bio, it's grandtrine.co. So just grandtrine.co, and you can book a reading with me. And I look forward to doing a reading. That would be fabulous.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of our audience will look forward to that as well. And
Good.
thank you
Well, that would be
again
great.
so much for being here. I appreciate it very much.
Heather, and thank you for allowing me to do this. It's a blessing. And thank you for you and your beautiful academy with all your stunning teachers and this amazing education. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're very welcome. All right. So, yeah, I think that's it for you for this time. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.